good yourself.
I'm all right. It's a slower day. Saturdays are usually a slower day. Mondays are basically my busy day, and it tapers off the remainder of the week. And then Sunday's a natural day off. That's just how that works. You there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's your day?
I've just been relaxing today.
Well, that's a first world problem. Things are good then, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's the one I broke. The screen's broken. So can you move that plastic over there somewhere? Thank you. So yeah, I was going to do a hard drive swap on an HP all-in-one, and that turned out to be a problem because it didn't want to let go of the screen, and I ended up cracking the screen. That was all a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So those super entry-level $400 HPs are not meant to be repaired, even though the construction looks simple.
So what have you got on today then, or what are you repairing or sorting out today?
I got an iMac that needs a new SSD, and I have a laptop. I'm going to reinstall Windows and then grab the data from the old machine and put it on the other. Basically, the same job twice.
Was that the one you were talking about a few minutes ago, where you needed the BitLocker recovery key?
No, that's the one that was broken. So in the very beginning of that video, the computer was so destroyed that I wasn't even sure what I was going to find under the hood. And that's the one where the drive is BitLocked. Yeah. So, you know how it just populates a drive letter but doesn't actually let you click into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's doing that, and then it's got Windows Home on it. So what it won't let me do is grab the. It won't prompt me for the BitLocker entry. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's see if the customer can find his BitLocker key.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Like you said earlier, it should be on his Microsoft account.
Well, unfortunately, BitLocker is it's easy to use, but if you're not a savvy individual, then it can be problematic.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't think about how to back up their BitLocker key.
But then I think a lot of users aren't expecting it to encrypt their hard drive using BitLocker, and then when they need the data off of their device or drive, that's when they find out that their hard drive is encrypted.
Yeah.
And I think by default, like you were saying, Microsoft makes a backup of that recovery key to their Microsoft account.
Right. Yeah, I'm live.
Presuming that they were signed into their Microsoft on their PC in the first place.
Right. Yeah, so customers don't necessarily know what BitLocker is or how it works or how to save their key or what happens if they lose the key. They don't understand it's as important as losing a key to a door.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so this customer was hoping I could get his data, but yeah, that's just the way it is. And then his new computer is what he wanted me to put his stuff on, and he gave me the PIN code to get in, and so I was ready to do it, and that's when I found out he's locked up. So, here we are.
Have you attempted replacing the SSD on the iMac yet?
Oh, I was going to do that today. Actually, I was going to do it yesterday, but I had a 3-hour house call, and I didn't want to put that off. So I spent 3 hours diagnosing Wi-Fi problems. Oh, and it turns out that today that customer texts me, oh, by the way, I found this. And he's got like a 10,000 square foot house with 2 internet connections. So his Ethernets weren't working for his desktop, but I got his Wi-Fi working. So I think the Wi-Fi is one internet connection, and then his Ethernet connections are the faulty connection. So I'm going to install. I sent him shopping to go buy some Unify hardware. He's got one of his internet connections was fired by like a $40 D-Link. So I sent him shopping. He's going to do the Unify setup. I'm going to get him a PoE Unify switch with a PoE Dream Machine powered Unify router. So he'll have prosumer grade hardware and hopefully a lot more reliability.
That sounds good.
Oh yeah, because his hardware is so cheap, and it amazes me. It's like a 10,000 square foot house. I don't know if you visualize how big that is, but for the States, that's a pretty big house.
Mm.
So 10,000 square foot house, probably worth 7 or 8 million bucks, and he's got a $40 router firing the internet. So I got paid for 3 hours of poking around and figuring out what they needed. Sent the tenant, actually they're doing a 1 year lease, and then I'll go back in a few days and install it. And that should probably only take an hour because things are fairly in place. It was just done cheaply. Like the antennas for the Unify hardware, or half of them are installed towards the floor. It's like, why would you put them down there? Unless you are just lazy and doing it for convenience.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's sometimes what I have to deal with. And it's not really the customer's fault. It's their landlord renting them this place who's too cheap to have it done right. And it's like, dude, these days, how can you even rent a place without offering internet? So, that's where we are. You know what I can do? I can get going on that Mac while you stick around on the phone.
Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna say with the iMac, just be careful around near the webcam because it's got some ribbon cables and whatnot, and obviously you don't want to damage the webcam.
Oh yeah, I've done this machine a bunch of times. The one thing I know here, can you move a second, Ben?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let me move some of this stuff here. So yeah, I've done the iMac SSD upgrade a lot of times.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you just have to be very careful with it. Let me see here. I'm gonna move some space around. Go ahead.
I've seen the guides on iFixit on how to do the iMac upgrades and how to take the screen off and whatnot, but I'd never be confident enough to do it myself.
Right. Yeah.
Because I think you have to get like specialist tape to stick the screen back on again.
Yes, that is true. Yes, that is true. In fact, I'm staring at it. It comes in a clip in a bundle. It's like $7 or $8 on Amazon, and then you just be careful about reassembling it. And aligning the screen for replacement is the bigger deal. So I've actually recorded myself doing this maybe a year ago or so or more, doing this particular repair on this hardware. So let's see. I've already taken it apart, so I used a spudger to take it apart. Now I got to get the remainder of the. Let's see if I can do this without. I've had requests, obviously you can imagine, I've had requests for better detail, but I don't have another camera yet. So until I get 2 or 3 more cameras, maybe 1 or 2 more cameras, it's hard for me to show details. So let me see if I can get a good, oh, there we are. That might be a little bit better. You're watching live, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let me see. There. Okay, so I can work on this angle. That should help.
On the current hard drive, I'm not 100% certain because I think it may vary between the models of iMac, but doesn't it have like some sort of temperature sensor that you have to stick to the hard drive?
Not anymore. The older ones, yes. Yeah, this one has a mechanical 2 terabyte drive, and I know what you're talking about. That was like the prior generation, where like the 2010 or 11 or 12s.
Yeah.
Those required it. This one does not. This is a 2017. It's about the oldest I would recommend doing this sort of repair.
Yeah.
Because once you can no longer run the latest software, it's almost a moot thing because then you have unreliability issues, like being able to browse a website. So, you know how you get certain errors that are kind of cryptic when the browser's out of date?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what happens if I start working on hardware that's like from 2012 or 13. That becomes a problem. So, Yeah, you're watching me now, right?
Yeah.
Cool. How delayed is the video?
I'm not sure. I turned the volume off on the video.
All right. Well, I'm wondering if, like, right now, if I tried to diagnose where my hand was at a particular frame, I'm pulling off the old adhesive as we speak.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the right side.
I think it's up to speed on the video because, like, as we're talking, I can see you removing the old adhesive from the original screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm on the right side of the screen right now. I don't know how far delayed it might be.
You're three-quarters of the way down. You're almost done removing it.
Oh wow, I'm only about 5 or so seconds out of date then.
Yeah, it's not too delayed.
Yeah, I never know. Sometimes it's better. You know what? I think since I got my better router, which is also a Unify router, that the performance has been a little bit better. I thought it was because I was powering the feed with a $500 Dell with a cheesy video card, but that might not actually be it.
I've got my existing provided broadband router that my ISP gave me, but I'm not using it at the minute. It's just powered off.
Right.
I've got my own PF Sense router, and I've also got my own Draytech VDSL modem.
Yeah. Cool. Now I gotta figure out which. Do you see any screwdrivers like this over there? Slightly larger.
Who's
I got my
that
nephew
you?
here with me. I think
Hey?
I have my nephew here with me.
Oh, okay.
I found what I needed, Ben. Okay, so now we're going to take this physical hard drive out, and then we're going to put the SSD. This is a 2 terabyte drive. So, I hate this. So now I got to remove, what you can see is
It's
the
not going to
top
fall
speaker.
out, is it?
I got to
Once
get
you
the
remove it.
speaker out of the way so that I can get the other screw out of the way to remove the actual drive.
Hey,
What? Oh.
It's on the way. Just a couple
Oh.
minutes.
Oh, you waved at him. Ah, got it. I wasn't looking at the screen. Alright. So we're going to take this mechanical drive out. I got to find some double stick tape. Put my... oh, this is where you want to be careful. Don't drop the screw in because then you got to fish it out. So we got that. There we go. Okay. Get this traditional mount out of the way. There we go. Good. So now we don't have to worry about this drive right now, although the customer is going to want me to make an attempt at getting data. So that's out of the way. And then of course the drive I like to use. At first I was going to do a 1 terabyte drive, but then I realized it's likely that this thing came with a 2 terabyte, so I checked. And then this is what we're going to put in there, the 870 Evo. 5-year warranted drive. Alright. What are you pounding on? What's that noise? What's that noise?
I was just me typing to my ex messaged me, so I was just replying to her.
Oh, you're chatting up your ex, huh?
It's my son's birthday today, so I was meant to have him this weekend, but she'd arranged to take him to the zoo and do some stuff with him, so he's not with me at the minute, but I'm gonna have him round here tomorrow. So I was just replying to her.
Got it. All right, so I found some double stick tape. I'm only going to use a little bit. This is how I use the mount. This is how I mount a drive in an iMac. That's interesting.
Yeah, Mountain Dew it.
What?
Mountain Dew it.
What'd you say?
Mountain Dew it.
I don't know that term.
Like the drink, Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah.
I was just being sarcastic or facetious because Mountain Dew it.
Yeah.
Oh, or as in Mountain Dew it.
Ah, right. Oh, got it. Yeah, now I got it. Sorry, I'm a little slow. All right, so I got the double stick tape. 2 terabyte SSD in there. That's not going anywhere. There we go. Now, before I forget, I'm going to tie down the screws for the Mac speakers.
How's that SSD going to stay in place? Do you have like a 3.5 to 2.5 inch like drive adapter or caddy?
No, you didn't just see me use the double stick tape. It's taped to the back of the chassis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all it needs. It's never been a problem as long as you use good enough tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right. So, at this point, this is the, not tedious, it's a little, so this is the double stick adhesives that you can get for like $8 to $10 on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is how you do this job. I mean, otherwise you can use aftermarket tape, but then you gotta cut it to size and all that fun stuff. There we go, that's open.
Do you have to stick it to the chassis first and then put
Yes.
the screen on, or?
Well, yeah, so you can do it either way. I'm gonna choose to do the chassis first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that way, you can just lean it gently. Hey, Ben, are you busy? No, I got it. Okay. Yeah, Ben, can you pull these stickies out
Yep.
for me? Just pull them out and try not to damage them. Yeah. Yeah, you can rip that open. Yeah, there you go. Just hand me one at a time. Your fingers aren't quite ripping in there.
Have you got another Apple Mac to hand?
What do you mean? I'm an Apple Mac.
Because I'm just wondering if it might be an idea to format the SSD in an Apple Mac format before you put it all together.
Oh, I don't need to do that. I'll show you. You'll see on camera how this all works. Okay, cool. This is the sort of content I really want to offer up to everyone. So you're asking genuine questions. I'm going to show you live exactly how this all works. The only thing you didn't get to see is me using like a pizza cutter knife to pull the screen off. Let me see here. I can't quite. Let's see.
And then I'll take it you've already got a bootable USB memory stick to reinstall macOS on it.
I don't need that. I'm going to do it directly through the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you how to do that too. Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's one. Good. The adhesive kept sticking to the side here. You know what I'll do? Oh, that's so annoying, because each of these little adhesives is labeled. The little tag that labels them.
They're sticking to everything except for what you want them to stick to.
Yeah, it's like a boat anchor. It snags everything. Alrighty, there we go. So I got them out. Okay, so I got these adhesives that are labeled. And you can see how they're labeled. 16. I don't know if you can read that. Yeah, there you go. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then, there we go. So this goes over here. So you can't quite see because the arm for my microphone is in the way. But these tags here are so that you can diligently pull the tag away. And then just be careful about putting that same thing. There we go. So we're gonna. So here's the deal. You can't see it on camera, but there's a bunch of little holes. So there's a hole in the sticker, and then there's a hole in the plastic that glues to the chassis. Those holes allow you to do a perfect alignment. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. There. So I've done the side. And of course you don't want to pull these other adhesives. You can't. I got a bad angle for you. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. That's still not the best angle. Okay, you see right here. That's the best angle I can offer up right now. This tag here, if I pull this tag off, it will expose the sticky side that's facing me.
Yeah.
So this here is what I did on the other side to get it to stick to the chassis. So now,
There's 3 bits of adhesive, so one for the left-hand side, one for the top, and one for the right-hand side.
there's 2 for the bottom and 2 for the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then 1 for each side. So now, you can tell that they're sided because you see how this one has tabs? Or it's not shaped, it's got the cutouts, it's got more surface area. You see what that's?
Yeah.
Okay, so that actually covers up the Wi-Fi antenna that's right here and down here. So that's the other obvious way to see what that is. So I'm going to do the underside stick tabs. And I'm going to align that top hole. I wish, like, if I had more cameras, I'd be able to show this in greater detail. But what I'm not able to show you because of that is that there's a hole in the top of the sticker that allows me to align the sticker with that hole so that I don't have to guess too much about exact placement. So there we go. Okay, so good. And now we're going to do the 2 top ones, and then I'll do the 2 bottom ones. The bottom ones are the more difficult ones to do because if you're going to place the screen, it has to be
Whereabouts do the
perfect.
bottom ones go? Because it looks like the system board or the motherboard's at the bottom.
Okay, so I don't know how high a resolution you can see because with the codec and all that, with YouTube, all the YouTube compression, you might not be able to notice where my finger is. This is a lip.
Ah, okay.
So there's going to be 2 more adhesives that go right there.
So one on the bottom left-hand side and one on the bottom right.
Yes. There we go. Okay, so again, we got a hole on either end of the sticker, or adhesive if you want to call it. That's not quite right. There we go. Yeah, as long as you get that hole aligned with the hole that's on the chassis, it's easy to align it. I know. Stop thinking like such a guy.
Put it in the hole.
Yeah. Okay, so now what I did is I didn't quite get it right. So I'm going to use a screwdriver to fix that. Good. Okay, so now we did that. And then we got one for the other side. All right, and then the adhesive is almost done. Now, I have to pull out a bunch of old adhesive from the other side of the screen, which is problematic. So I'm going to end up having to sit here for another 10 minutes or so to get rid of the old adhesive from the screen.
What do you use to do that? Do you use like isopropyl alcohol? Or?
I can, but I haven't had to in the past. So what I'm going to end up doing, actually, did I do this already? No, I did not. So let me show you the back of this screen.
See you right now.
What? Oh, you're watching?
Yeah, I'm watching you.
Good. Okay, so you see the adhesive? It's hard for me to see. Let me see. With my finger, that adhesive is what I'm going to end up having to pull off right now. So that is what I'm going to do kind of off camera, since it's a fairly straightforward thing. Okay, so I'm just going to use my thumbnail to roll it off. And yeah, it comes off pretty easy. There we go. So actually this is coming off easier than some other models. And it's all coming off in one piece. Sometimes it comes off in a bunch of pieces. Good, that came off easy. Okay, we only got 2 more sides of adhesive. Alrighty. Good, that actually, for whatever reason, that old adhesive came off nice and easy. Okay. So, now I just need to do the bottom ones. The bottom ones are the tricky ones when you put them on. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to install Macintosh before I even adhere the screen back to the chassis. You know what I'm going to do? Why I'm doing that? In case I have to reseat something.
Yeah, so that you don't have to mess about taking the screen off again.
Yeah, because I'd end up having to use a different, more adhesive or whatever.
Yeah. So you're going to connect it to like an external screen using the HDMI port on the iMac?
No, I'm actually going to plug it in, do the installation. Can you turn the volume down on that feed? Thank you. My nephew's watching me live on the iPod. I was hearing myself talk.
But he's there already, so why does he need to watch you on live?
I don't know. He's playing. Okay, so now I
I
gotta.
just pressed YouTube and it came up.
Yeah. Let me figure this out here. That's interesting. This adhesive is not symmetric. That's interesting. So the bottom adhesives are not. You see how one piece of adhesive comes beyond the center? That's unusual.
Yeah.
That's weird. All right. Well, so be it.
Do you have to chop it to size or something?
No, it usually breaks up in the middle. It's not a big deal because the other side is obviously, it makes up for it by doing the same thing in the wrong direction. So, it's all right. All right. We're going. Alright, so here's the trick. This is my little trick that I've done for myself. I put the bottom adhesive on. Come on. Let's see, almost there. Ah, there we go. Oh. There, okay. Struggling with this a bit. There we go. Okay, so I've done the adhesive on both sides on the bottom. Can you imagine? I'm not going to actually do that on the top.
Well, whilst you're there, have you got like compressed air or anything?
There's no dirt in here. This is a very clean setup.
Oh, so there's no dirt inside like the fans and whatnot?
There's basically none. This is a very clean setup. Yes, sometimes you're right, but that's not the case in most situations. In fact, I'll humor you, and I don't think I have any.
I believe you. I don't need to see up close.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much, it's clear. There's no dirt in there. So, in fact, this is one of the cleaner models I've seen. So here's the thing. Alignment in this exact moment is tricky. So I've already done the adhesive on the bottom, and I've already undone both sides. So the deal is I need to get the alignment perfect. And I'm actually not going to do the both sides on the top or the sides, so that if I have to reseat anything, it won't be a problem. Hey Ben, can you come here for a second?
Yeah.
Can you come to my right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use and abuse you for as long as you hold the computer for me.
Yeah.
No, not the screen, the computer. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to get this as close to the middle as possible, because it would be obvious if it's not perfect.
Yeah.
So Ben is doing me a wonderful favor.
Would it help any if you had the iMac laying on its back?
No, because I want it to be gravity fed. But I understand where you're coming from.
It's not equal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I want you to hold it more. That's pretty darn close right there. Good. So now the adhesive at the bottom will be doing its job, but not the top yet, because I'm not done. I've got to plug in those two ribbon cables.
Should I keep holding?
Yeah.
What?
Should I keep holding?
You're good. Good. Good, good. So now, oh. That's weird. It's not letting me. Can you get me that black little spudger knife on the floor? Yeah, yeah, by your foot. Yeah, that. Thank you. Okay, so annoying. I wasn't supposed to grab on that much. No, that's annoying. I thought I was doing myself a favor. Hold on. Can you come over here for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold. Yeah, just don't let the screen fall. There we go. That was weird. Sometimes it gets stuck. Your thumb. Let go of your thumb. Let go. Let go. Let go. Alright. Oh, annoying. Okay, so I hate when that happens. Doesn't happen too often. There. That's weird. Okay. So the weight of it, oh man, that was annoying. There was some residue stuck on the back of the glass that managed, it was sticky enough to pull some of the protector off of there. Got it. Okay, so Ben, can you help me here?
Yeah.
Just make sure that this doesn't fall back. Just put your hands right here. Your right hand. Right, yeah, like that. Got it. Okay, very gentle. Good. Oh, this is easier. Good. Yeah, you got it. There. Yeah, I wish I could show you more detail. Let's see.
Maybe
here.
in like 6 months' time or something when you get some more
Can't quite
cameras.
see it.
What?
Can't quite see it because it's a little black.
Got it. Okay, Ben.
Yeah.
Let me see. All right. Can you give me this spudger? The black thing? Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put it here because what happened is it pulled some of the protector off. So now I can plug this in. Yeah, I can plug this in now. And now I need this keyboard. Plug in this keyboard. Good. All right. Okay, so now that's plugged in. Now I want my Ethernet connection, which is right here. And I'm going to show you how we're going to get Macintosh going again. So this is one of the earlier models that still has Ethernet in the body. The new iMac has it built into the power cable. It's weird. Okay, we're getting there. Don't need this here anymore. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to turn it on. And then I'm going to do Command Option R.
I think there's one or two similar things. You can either do Command and R or Command. Is it Command Option R or Command Shift R or something like that?
There we are.
There's a few variations of it.
I think we're good. Yeah, I did Command Option R. So there we are. So you can see the Earth logo.
Yes.
Good. So that's.
And you've got to connect it to your Wi-Fi network, I think.
Oh well, I didn't. No, I plugged it in by Ethernet, so I didn't need
Okay.
the Wi-Fi. I don't trust the Wi-Fi because I don't want it to drop off while it's downloading 4 gigs worth of OS downloads.
Okay.
Yeah. But so far so good. And now I'm just going to plug in a mouse. Let's see here. How about this mouse here? Yeah, so 3-minute ETA for this download to give me what I want. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I got excited about that 3-hour job. I figured I don't want to turn that one down. So, here we go. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Now you know you don't need a memory stick, but you were correct on the older hardware. If you wanted to install Mac on, say, a 10-year-old piece of hardware, you would do it as you thought. You would use a USB stick with the OS on it, which is now an obsolete way of doing it, although that is how it gets done with Windows. So, once I confirm that the SSD is visible, that's when I'll be confident about gluing this thing back up. So there we go.
What's your connection speed like?
It's just 100 megs. It's not terribly fast, but it's usable at 100.
Quicker than what I've got.
And what do you have?
I'm meant to have like 74 megabits per second down and 20 megabits per second upload.
Right.
But I think I only get about 55 down and about 17 or 18 up.
Got it. All right, we're almost there.
Hopefully get it upgraded in like a couple of years' time or something when
Really?
they do all the necessary work on the exchange.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're just drumming along. This might take a few minutes. That's the only downside to what I'm offering online. It's live and unedited. I gotta figure out what filler someone might want. It's like, Chris, now you gotta talk since there's nothing but install time. Here, I can.
Haven't you got any other jobs you need to do while you wait for that?
I can do I'm gonna do. This is pretty much all I'm gonna do right now. I can also do the. There's a Mac. There's a laptop. Someone's here.
Yep.
Hi.
Hi.
There we are. Cool.
What's up, buddy?
So, that other customer that was here just dropped off a from that HP I was talking about earlier. I'll be able to drive. He just brought me a drive to put his stuff on, so I'll be doing that a little bit.
I don't know which one that was. When I was watching you, it was about the BitLocker recovery key. So I don't know. That's probably someone else though.
No, I had some. I don't know if I was live when he was here earlier. I took his hard drive out of his HP all-in-one,
Yeah.
so he can get his data. And now he just walked into the door and gave me a USB drive to put his stuff on.
Okay.
Okay, so as far as the Mac goes, there we are. So we're going to go to Disk Utility, Continue.
Is the screen stuck on properly now?
No, I didn't stick it in yet because I wanted to make sure that the Samsung SSD 870 EVO 2TB was going to populate.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to just call it
Mac SSD or something.
yeah, Mac. There we go. There. Erase. So now it's erased. Done. Okay, let's get a view. That looks weird. View. Show all devices. There we are. 2 terabyte. Good. Okay. So I just formatted that Samsung SSD 870 EVO 2 terabyte media. And I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see.
How much did that cost you?
What, the drive is about less than $200 US. There we are. That's a little bit better. I'm trying to make it so that you can see everything. Okay, so now I'm going to close out the utility, and then I'm just going to go to the reinstall Mac Monterey and hit continue. And then it's going to ask me to put it on that drive that I already formatted. You do have to format and partition first. This is why you were thinking I might have to do that outside the machine first.
I was just thinking because I've had other people or colleagues or whatnot trying to upgrade older Apple Macs, and they've installed like a new blank SSD into it, but then disk utility didn't pick up the drive for some reason.
Well, I know on the laptops, the older laptops or the transition laptops from like 2013, 14, 15, and 16, they used to have to have firmware updates installed to see aftermarket upgrades.
Yeah.
And those updates are delivered through the OS. So if the system, like a lot of times when a non-technical user has their computers, they don't end up, because they're not enthusiasts, they don't bother to do the updates. So you have a several-year-old computer that never got its firmware updates, so it can't take the later replacement hardware. So that might be what you're thinking.
Okay.
So it might not, that's why I encourage people to do the updates before you get going. This machine has been updated. Monterey is the latest OS, even though this machine's 5 years old. So I'm live on YouTube, so I'm showing off this. I've done, and I got a friend from the UK on the phone with me, so you can watch online.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I've got a 2012 Mac Mini, which I've upgraded myself.
Yeah.
And it only supports macOS Catalina.
Yeah, I've got the same model. I've got the and I did the SSD. I put a Crucial SSD on that model, and it still functions, but yeah, it's barely usable because it's out of date.
Yeah.
I don't know if Catalina can actually take the latest OS, latest browser, I mean.
Well, my Mac Mini can't go any further than Catalina. That's the latest it's supported because of the processor and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, 2013, well, the 2012 goes up to Catalina. I think the 13 might go to Big Sur.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, this is, from here on, it's going to be pretty much hurry up and wait. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually
there's a few things I'd like to get, but it's just a question of money.
Yeah. Hey, Ben?
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Here, you want to spot me for a second? I'm going to re-adhere this. You want to just hold this so it doesn't fall? Yeah, just put your hand up against it. Don't push back, like right there. There we are. Then we'll do the same thing for that. Okay, so I'm pulling off the side adhesives now that I'm confident that the drive works. There we go. You want to pull those adhesives off towards me?
These?
Yep. Towards me and up. Yeah, there we go. Up. Yep. Do the other one, then down. Good. There we go.
The ones at the bottom done.
I already did that one. That's why I told you alignment was so critical.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do this. Good. Well, it's good that you noticed. There. Now it's perfect. I cheated. There. So now, see, I don't really feel comfortable leaving this thing unattended. This is a 2017, which was actually known for having a bad screen. So this, I'm sorry, bad spring. So like if you're not watching it, it'll just flop down like this. And then if the screen isn't glued back, it'll fall forward. And I made that mistake once. Learned the hard way that the 2017 is known for that failure. So even if you put the screen like this, if you blow on it, it might fall forward. So
and
now,
like you say, if the adhesive's not sticky enough or it's not keeping the screen on to the chassis, the screen will fall off as well.
well, that would be a problem, but it's never been a problem, except for I did have one customer literally drop his computer. And he tried to say, hey, it wasn't done right. I was like, no, I didn't. I mean, ultimately, nothing was broken, so I was able to re-adhere it. But he tried to say that it was the adhesive let go. But what I think really happened is that he slipped and dropped it. So, anyway.
Moving along quickly.
Yeah, sort of. It still says a 2-hour ETA. So, but there we go. This job has pretty much been done. All we need now is create the user account, and then I'm going to do a data migration assistant from from the backup. And hopefully, their backup is functional. So now you know how to do your own iMac.
Now I know how to do what?
Now you know how to do your own iMac.
I don't have any.
Well, now you know anyway.
At least I've got a better idea on how to do it now.
Well, yeah. A few times I've referenced my own videos because I didn't know how to do a few jobs on hardware I don't see that often. I've done this job or these computers so many times now I don't need direction. Cool, I got the alignment perfect. Sometimes it's like a 32nd of a second inch off. Oh, that's right, you don't do. He's in the UK. He doesn't.
A millimeter?
A millimeter, yeah. But I got it perfect. The alignment on this one is perfect. So, anyway. Anyone who's not been here before, this is the sort of content I offer. If you want to watch me do the repairs that I get paid to do here at the shop, 855-434-8787. Show up, say hi on the phone, or show up in the YouTube chat at South Bay Tech Gurus. Shane, you can stay on the phone with me, but I think I'm not going to be live anymore because I don't have anything else to say that relates to this exact job.
Are you going to be using a caddy to connect the original drive to
yeah, I can go live again for that to show how that happens, yes. But I'm actually using that caddy to help my customer here grab his data off of his original drive, and then I'm going to transfer that data to his USB drive he just handed me.
Yeah.
So yes, I'll film that so you can see how that happens, because that's what you can use the data migration assistant to recover all the data, and that's fine as long as you don't have some sort of malware or virus, because what could potentially happen is if you do the extraction, you could end up in a similar sort of infected environment. So the cool thing about Time Machine is that you can pick and choose the exact folders that you might want, and then maybe if you only know you only want the desktop or the documents folder, and then scan those folders. You don't necessarily use the data migration assistant, you just drag over the folders you care about, and then you manually install software that you would care about. So yeah, so it looks like we have a 2-hour ETA. It might not literally take that long, but yeah, it's downloading the OS right now. Oh, my router is showing all sorts of activity. Yeah, I'm maxing out my 100 megs down. Yeah, I got a router with a screen. Can you see my router in the corner, upper left-hand corner? I'm still live.
Only just.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm downloading 95. Oh, over 100. Yeah, I'm maxing out my 100 meg down to download this OS. So I'm wondering if I had faster internet, this would actually happen in a little bit less time.
It'd probably take about 10 or 15 minutes, maybe a little bit longer.
Well, sometimes I've had access to really fast internet connections, and it just doesn't go that fast. I guess it depends on the time of day. Maybe the Apple servers are just a little less busy some days versus others. So, yeah, because I'm not going to be able to offer this to you right now anyway. So.
I know.
Yeah, so I'll just call you.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna take this.
yeah,
I'm gonna use it in my car.
cool. All right.
For a phone tray or something.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll get on your data as soon as this finishes, or your data is still transferring, so I can't really do anything.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not in a big rush for it.
Cool.
But, today's fine. Tomorrow's fine.
Right.
All right, brother.
Thanks.
Yeah. See you
See
soon.
ya.
Yeah. Take care.
All right.
You got any screen cleaner?
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe down the fingerprints because it's obvious it's been touched a lot.
It looks like a crime scene.
Yeah, it's pretty greasy. So, yeah. Anyway. All right, so I'm going to take off. You can stay on the phone, but I just don't have anything else to offer in this video. So anyway, if you've never been here before, this is the sort of work I usually offer. Usually I try to do this 10 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, California time, you're invited to show up in the YouTube chat, say hi. Also on Facebook at South Bay Tech Gurus, and join in the fun conversation. I got my friend Russell on the phone as we speak. Say hi. Say hi, Russell.
Hi.
There we go. Yeah. So if you want this sort of live interaction and you have your own technical issues, we'll see if I can help. You can go ahead and put your little questions and questionnaires in the chat. And if I have time and I'm not too distracted, I'll get around to it. So I'm going to take off, and you just watch me do the bulk of the job for installing an SSD in a 2017 iMac. I'll be back later today to grab the data off of their time capsule hard drive, and hopefully that's an up-to-date collection of data for them. So anyway, that's pretty much all I'm offering today. It's been about an hour online, so I guess a good productive day. Show up here randomly and you might